Sheffield Wednesday's colours, the latest to be worn by Trevor Francis in a distinguished 20-year playing career. He's approaching his 36th birthday. He's relishing a new challenge here at Hillsborough after the setback of a sacking in November from the job of player-manager at Queen's Park Rangers. After 2 appearances as a substitute, Francis is in from the start for the first time today. Sheffield Wednesday looking for attacking support from him for David Hirst and Dalian Atkinson, who've shared 16 of Wednesday's meagre 21 goals from 26 league games. To make way for Francis, out goes Franz Carr as a disciplinary measure. He was late for training yesterday. Birmingham-based Mike Reid is today's referee. Sheffield Wednesday starting their second year under Ron Atkinson and wondering when they're going to get some reward from their fluent football in recent matches. They've been good enough here to beat Liverpool and Aston Villa, and there's a promising start. Oh, it's an own goal by Bould. A sensational start. Steve Bould, rueful and regretting his first touch of the ball. Arsenal caught absolutely cold. Nigel Worthington headed it back, but it was Bowles' own goal, and an emphatic one. Within seconds of the kickoff. John Lukic beaten inside 20 seconds. And this has been a very unproductive ground for Arsenal since Sheffield Wednesday returned to the First Division in 1984. Indeed, they were even beaten here last season when Arsenal were very successful in their away matches. And really that was the key to them winning the championship. They've struggled away from home this season, and that's why they're just a little off the pace behind Liverpool and Aston Villa, but they do have games in hand, and they badly need to get a win here, and they've made the most appalling start. Dalian Atkinson, Palmer, the Swedish right back, Roland Nilsson. Good turn by David Hirst, measured the shot too. John Lukic got right behind it. Well, Hillsborough in absolute hubbub here. Here's Atkinson. Oh, and it's come for Francis! Well, it was an opportunity. And you can see by his expression that he feels he should have accepted it. The ricochet ran perfectly for him on the left foot. Lukic fumbled and then retrieved. King and Rocastle. Pushed by Rocastle. Well, Arsenal, having started to force the tempo of the match, would have really been stunned if Francis could have tucked away the first chance that he's had in this game. Oh, and Davis taking a chance. Hirst, will he reach it before Lukic? He has done. Is it going to be a goal or is it going to be a foul? Well, judging by Sheffield Wednesday's reactions, they think the goal has been disallowed. The David Hirst challenge, yes, the studs were showing. So it doesn't count. Davis got into trouble first of all, and then Adams scuffed the back pass. It was a lunge, really, that the referee, I think, was right to rule the goal out. But the Hillsborough fans are not of that opinion. And David Hirst also, but Lukic, it was the jump, really, into the slide that was threatening and dangerous. Still 1-0. Richardson, Davis. Smith, good run to his right by Richardson, handball by Shirtliff. That really stopped Arsenal in their tracks, because Kevin Richardson had sprinted away into an excellent position there, and Alan Smith had seen him. Well, Steve Bould would love to put the record straight if the free kick comes his way. Oh, and it's against the post, brushed off Smith. The closest Arsenal have come. Alan Smith's header, and an excellent one too, but the bounce off the post beat Bould following in. Oh, Turner was nowhere. Francis trying to give his side some time. And he's done that. Since Arsenal's last league game, Alan Smith has been to Cologne to collect his golden shoe as the reward for last season's leading scorer in the First Division. He hasn't found goals as easy to come by in the league this time. The individual errors that Arsenal have made in this first half, really, they're falling below their usual standards, and they're in trouble again. But they're rescued by the offside. It is one of these days where the falling of the rain and the slipping and sliding on the pitch is going to make it difficult for players to be peerless in their performances. But Arsenal at the moment not really offering a lot of good sense to go with good attitude. Where Arsenal are always effective are at set plays. Beyond Merson, the likes of Adams and Bould. Well, it was blocked by Francis. It's a corner. He was barely back the 10 yards, but Arsenal will settle for a better angle for the ball in. Nielsen guards the post. Adams has been scoring goals quite regularly for Arsenal since the turn of the year. 3 in his last 4 league games. Here he comes, Tony Adams. And he's a captain full of character. And he's a little annoyed with himself, having climbed well. Met it really on the meat, perhaps just got underneath it, and that was why he was disappointed. Ron Atkinson, who started watching the match in the stands, but has seen enough to trouble him to come down to the bench now. I'm not quite sure it's a day for sunglasses. Rocastle. Well, there's a potential break on here for Sheffield Wednesday. It's 4 against 2. Sheridan for Francis. The pass rather made him check. Worthington joined in well as well, and Hurst couldn't rein the ball in when an opening was really beckoning for him. Nigel Worthington did well after the move had lost some of its zip on the far side. Great flick by Francis. Palmer, Hurst, oh, the flag's up. What a shame for Sheffield Wednesday. That would have been a high-quality goal. Francis was the architect. Worthington not settling just for defending. This is Sheridan. Oh, and it's going to run for Francis. It is, and Lukic has made a double save. The first from Sheridan, but the greasy ball escaped his fingertips. Francis following up. Lukic recovered. In from Palmer. Well, a terrific end to a first half which had an amazing start. Steve Bould, who put Arsenal behind in the opening seconds. David Hirst had a goal disallowed. Alan Smith hit a post. And Trevor Francis, right on the stroke of half-time, thought he might have got his first goal for Sheffield Wednesday. Beaten out by Lukic from Sheridan. In came Francis, but the goalkeeper did expertly. 1-0 at half-time. Steve Bould's own goal in 14 seconds, the first Arsenal touch on the ball in this game, but it hasn't put the match out of the reach of the defending champions. Still awaiting his first touch, Sheffield Wednesday substitute Laurie Madden, who's come on for the second half. Peter Shirtliff has a groin injury. Bould. It's interesting the way that Sheffield Wednesday are coping down their left-hand side, with Phil King having a responsibility for Rocastle. But more often than not, Worthington is finding himself, Laurie Madden in the central defence, but Worthington is finding himself in the left-back position because Lee Dixon gets forward so often. It's Richardson to take the free kick. Headed away emphatically by Pearson. Atkinson, who certainly can run. Francis is away inside. Will he get there? Not before Lukic. Sheridan. Not quite able to dominate the game from midfield. Adams, but to be fair to Palmer and Sheridan, Arsenal haven't really got a grip in that sense either. Nielsen, in went Tates. Merson. Dixon finding himself in the centre. It's Bould on the right this time, right of Richardson. Sheridan, always looking for the thoughtful pass. Nielsen, Atkinson to the right. Well found by Roland Nielsen. He's past Adams, who tried to impede him and then just pulled out at the last minute. In goes Hirst. It'll drop now for Francis. A quick ball back and Hirst is offside. But it was that rangy run by Atkinson on the right that opened up Arsenal then. And Adams thought better, really, of bringing him down. Francis was coming in on this near side. Madden trying to be first here. Actually, Merson got a touch on the ball. Francis holding off O'Leary. Oh, that was top class. And whenever Trevor Francis plays, you can be sure that there will be a couple of moments that you will remember, and that was one of them. It was spoilt by Atkinson, in fact, running offside. But it was a perceptive piece of play. Smith. Rocastle against King. And he... well, I was going to say he held it too long, but he hasn't, Rocastle. He's got in a terrific cross. And Arsenal had 4 players coming in at the far post, but that was the real David Rocastle then. It seemed, first of all, that he'd wasted the opportunity to go by King because Worthington got back, but Rocastle knew what he was doing. And under pressure, that was a superb cross. No chance for the goalkeeper. Right into the territory that Alan Smith calls his own. Bould. That's the foul by Worthington. Richardson. 72 minutes Trevor Francis has played, very short of match practice, but he's done a job and his team are leading as he goes off. An encouraging word from the old master to Franz Carr. Gus Caesar also coming on as Arsenal take off Kevin Richardson. Kevin Campbell will make his third league appearance, all as substitutes for Arsenal, though he's played in the lower divisions for Leicester and for Leyton Orient last season. And Pates is also replaced. So Caesar is going to left back, and Campbell will add to Arsenal's strike force. Well, that's Carr into the action straight away, but offside. Well, Franz Carr, who's on a 3-month loan period from Nottingham Forest, would have been in the starting lineup, but was late for the crucial preparation yesterday morning, and Ron Atkinson lost patience with him and left him out. But he's got a chance to show his value to the side now, and with his electric pace, it'll be interesting to see how he goes against another substitute. Atkinson is offside here. On that far side, it will be Carr up against Gus Caesar. Oh, that's skewed away by Lukic. Atkinson. Stopped by Adams. Here's Davis. Merson. Caesar goes outside him, and it's a good run, but not such a good cross. Sheridan. That was well constructed by Sheridan and Hurst between them. Oh, and it'll come back for Hurst. And Steve Bould did very well then. It almost cancelled out the error in the opening seconds of the game, because David Hurst seemed to be in the clear. I say almost because it won't totally cancel it out, of course, until Arsenal equalise. Rocastle, not as far as Bould or Adams would have hoped with the throw. O'Leary. What Arsenal have shown under George Graham is a capacity for never giving up, and Merson kept on running, and then could have given a better chance to Smith, but wanted the goal for himself and couldn't get it. Persistent work by Merson. That was the angle that he had, and it favoured the goalkeeper. A little nudge across to Smith, and Arsenal might have been level. Instead, they're still a goal down, but they have a corner, and a poor one. Sheridan, with only Carr to aim for upfield, couldn't find him. Goal kick. But it's used up a few more seconds. Smith for Merson and Campbell. He hit it hard enough, but Turner had got his positioning right. But it was half a chance for Arsenal, and a nerve-wracking moment for Sheffield Wednesday, with Kevin Campbell, wherever he plays, for whoever he plays, he has a knack of scoring. Palmer challenged Rocastle well, but couldn't stop the England man keeping the ball for Arsenal. O'Leary needs a precise cross here. Hurst trying to hold off Bould. Caesar. Arsenal wondering whether their season might be disappearing. But Merson and Davis going in. Palmer half stumbling, but finding Atkinson. Well, it was a foul, the tackle from behind. And Arsenal really haven't got time to squander by giving away free kicks. Worthington waiting. Carr. Hurst and Atkinson in the middle, joined now by Sheridan. Oh, and Hurst thought about really flinging himself at it, but had hardly got the legs left to do that. Ron Atkinson and Richie Barker, his assistant, waiting for the final whistle. They'll have at least a minute to endure. John Lukic will want to hammer this ball downfield. Right into the heart of Sheffield Wednesday's defending, Rocastle. That was an important touch on the ball by Palmer for Sheffield Wednesday. Hurst. Atkinson looking to run it to safety. Carr's offside. Well, after the way this game started, he wouldn't bet on the finish. We're now in stoppage time. Flicked on by Merson. Smith, and the referee had seen an infringement in there, and Arsenal hang their heads. Chris Turner in the Sheffield Wednesday goal, I'm sure has wondered whether today is going to be his day in terms of being a winner in the league for the first time in the first team this season. And he is. Sheffield Wednesday raised their arms aloft. Steve Bould, after 14 seconds with an own goal. Arsenal had 89 3/4 minutes to try and recover from that, but they couldn't. A clean sheet for Chris Turner. And after wins here earlier this season against Liverpool, against Aston Villa, it's really a terrific treble now for Sheffield Wednesday, because Arsenal go off beaten. An extraordinary way to lose a game for the champions, but they have lost it, and their chances of retaining the championship have certainly declined by what's happened here. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Arsenal 0.